between 1 to 2 miles.
Nice.
On ground.
Nice.
From that point, it is going to be a 1 to 2 mile boat ride both ways from the city. On the way there is only 2 spots that you're going to have to go over water. The first spot, he is currently traveling in a Jeep, and he successfully made both of these spots. The first spot is about 150 yards long, between 1.5 to 2 feet of water high, with very slow movement. There is movement, but it is currently, at this time, very slow. This second path that, at this moment, that he just took, that has the water, is going to be 125 yards. So it's a little bit shorter. He's saying give or take. He's just trying to guesstimate. It might be 100 yards. But that one is a little higher. It's anywhere from 2 feet to 3 feet of water. Still the same movement, but there is movement, but it's very small. I am still going to have faith that we're going to get these people out. Okay? Right now, anybody we get out is better than nobody. It may not be 499 people. If it's 100 people, it's 100 souls. Did y'all hear what I'm saying?
We hear what you're saying.
Souls, okay? So right now, the things that we need to make this happen, okay? I need to make sure we have fuel for you, because if our boats are making tracks back and forth, 1 to 2 miles, you all know your boats. If you have gas with you, I need you to start estimating. And if we need gas and diesel, we're fixing to put a Hail Mary out there and say, bring us gas and diesel. If you know anybody in the area that could bring a truck or convoy with us that's got those tanks in there, a couple of those, whatever we got to do, the last thing I want is to get y'all down there. You're stuck on one side or the other, or you don't have enough gas to go back and forth. So that is one of the most important things. First, that we need to make sure we are trying to secure gas or diesel for this operation. Secondly, I can tell you from the other night when we extracted the 350 people out of Orange that it was a God thing, but it was a really hard thing. And we did get a state transport and 6 buses. The conditions were not what these conditions are. I am not going to give up on that option. And if you do take this mission and you leave this site today, when you leave, from the moment you leave, I will not answer any calls unless they are regarding your well-being or transit, getting you additional transit to that spot. But what we have to go on is, if we are not able to get any additional transit down there other than what we, our only other option is to get these people in the vehicles with you. So if you have bottled waters in your vehicle, if you have showers and pajamas and clothes, I would be more than happy to guard all of that for you. So what I would also need to know is, hey, I can bring back 2 people. Now, this is not in a seatbelt. You're comfortable with a soda. This is one more person than probably should be in there.
Not through water. That's a liability. That's a liability there. You cannot afford.
If they have a life jacket?
Not even if we have a life jacket, because the back of the truck is illegal.
They've been running them through water in the back of trucks.
Yeah.
Or labs.
Legal standards that I've broken in the past 3 days. I actually sent 3. You're not going to believe this, but I'm going to tell you something. I sent 175 people through the state line in the rain in the back of a dump truck.
That's illegal. I heard about that.
But guess what?
They're out there.
They're in a bed. They were wet and they were cold, but they're not stuck there.
Hey, that scalp that you had the right there, was heat lifted?
No.
It was not. It was
It's
not
a
that.
regular stock Jeep. Okay? Now, so listen. So I first want counsel on comfortably in vehicles. We, at this point, we're not going to go down, and so we'll call the city, we're going to show up, and we're going to say, you know, because at this point, they're not even calling me back because everybody's telling them there's no way these people can get to you. But I know we can get to them.
Yep.
And
We
I know
can.
that there are people there that can come out with you guys today. And I know when you show up on their shore, 60 feet, somebody is going to say, you are flying right out. But those people say, I'm getting in his boat. I'm going with her. He looks friendly. He looks like he likes to hug. These are my people. Okay, I'll do that in a second. So right now, the next thing is the water. When he was going, the water is going to have some movement to it. This is what he hasn't gone through the water. He's in his Jeep. The 911 dispatcher wanted me to tell you that the water that you're going to be taking is going downhill. You're going to be going. Not the water's going straight. You're going to be going across. Make sense? At an angle-ish, some kind of way.
It's flowing perpendicular to
In
your car.
some the same water that you were driving across, kind of that same speed, but there is movement to this water. It might be a little bit greater because this is the least path of resistance, and this water is really trying to get to the ocean down there.
Is there a dry station?
Please let me finish. Let me get through this point, and I'll take questions. This is the part where I don't want to skip on anything because people in your boat, you hit something, they fly out. So I don't care if you can fit 20 people in your boat. If you only have 2 life jackets for your boat, you're only going to get 2 people across, okay? Because not only do I need to know that you make it home tonight, I don't want you going to bed tonight saying, somebody fell out of my boat and I couldn't save it. Do you understand? So we're going to discuss the back of the truck issue more in a minute. But the part that I am not going to waver on is that you must all have a life jacket on. Everybody in your boat has a life jacket. So this brings us to the next point. If we're short on life jackets, if we're short on gas, and if we're short on transport, I have a lot of people here that are from here. I know not everyone is from here. Get on your phone, call everybody you know, and say, if I never asked for one more favor from you, I need either life jackets, gas, or transportation. If we can get some of this, these are the last steps to this, if we can get this done, I feel like we can successfully get some people back to our area and get them in shelter. So I'm going to take some questions, and then I'm going to have everybody disperse, talk about the risks, see if you think this is something we can do, and then we're going to meet back in just a second and see where we're at. Okay, who has a question for me?
I don't have a question. I wanted to know if you could make it a point from this point forward and moving out. We need to keep the app on that we created for this journey. We need to keep it on. We need to keep in contact, and we need to listen. If something goes on and there's an emergency situation, feel free to clear the air. Say it 3 times. Repeat it. Clear the air, clear the air, clear the air. Emergency contact coming through. And then state your emergency. Everybody does not need to converge on that emergency. These guys here have the big airboat right there. They're going to be behind our convoy when we're traveling in water at all times, and they're going to watch for falling passengers. They have hooks. They got the people catchers. They got all that. And there's going to be our quick, maneuverable, go-to guys. So if you have a problem, like, feel free to clear the air and announce man overboard, announce accident, announce anything that is life-threatening or detrimental to, like, the safety of your passengers. Don't fix something. that you think you can fix in the moment. Don't take unnecessary risk when you have them passengers in your boat. When it's just you, I still don't want you to take unnecessary risk. That's why we're here together. We're here to help each other complete this goal. And everybody had a general idea a while ago that it was going to take 5 miles in and 5 miles out. She found us a better, quicker way, and we were ready to go balls to the wall then. So I know we're ready to go balls to the wall now.
Amen.
Right? Is everybody on the same page with that?
Hell yeah.
All right. Does anybody not have that app? Anybody not have that app? Now,
Zello.
but it's a new app. It's not.
No, it's a new channel. It's a new channel. Hang on.
Okay, wait.
All those people who don't have it, go to her.
Wait.
Where's she at?
When we're done, we'll get a separate area to make sure everybody's there. We're gonna check before they leave. Right now, I want to do questions.
Right now, it's 2 to 3 foot of water. How far is it away from where we're going? Because I'm not sure that the van's gonna get through it. With all the supplies that I have.
It doesn't matter. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
that ain't
gonna
work.
Throw some of the supplies in the back of a truck. That'll get through. Our truck is empty.
Anybody got racks?
That ain't
Yeah. But you have supplies in your truck. It needs to get somewhere,
But
right?
at this point, they're not worried about what I
Yes.
do.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah,
Bed.
bed. Give me a bed. Give me a
That's our
shower.
supply van. That has our medical supplies, our water, our baby supplies, our elderly supplies, at the point of when we have people coming off that water into safety.
Which
Our
van?
van.
Okay, but so if she might not be able to get,
That's
She's
why
not
I'm
gonna be able
asking
to
if
get-
they have a
she's
trailer. If somebody has a trailer,
Okay. but if we have a trailer,
we can pull her van down the road and then we can load that trailer up with people. She just needs to be at the launch site.
But she can't
but
get
her
3
van
feet
can't drive
of
back
water.
across the.
Like we can put her van back on that trailer,
From the
drive it to the safety, park her there, and then load that trailer up with people and come back in the convoy. That's why I'm saying if anybody's got